Okay, so we're not going to go through the steps where you read through all the question and you pull out all the important information. We're just going to start solving this. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be looking at the formula that you've just been given. So they just give you this beautifully. Now, we've got a lot of information here. I'm going to substitute this in. I'm going to substitute this in. I'm going to substitute this in. And I'm going to substitute this in. Okay, and then at the end, we're going to substitute this in too. All right, so it's going to be a great time. So here we go. Force is equal to, now if I substitute the Q in, that becomes 1. 1 multiplied by E is going to be 2A, B, 3C plus V cross product with B. So A, B, C times 3 minus 2, 1. Okay, so first thing that I need to do is I need to evaluate this part of the equation. The cross product comes before adding things. So 1 bracket 2A, B, C plus, now there is a formula in your formula book for how to apply the cross product here. All I need to do is chuck it into that formula. So I'll see that I'll end up with this as my expression for the cross product. Okay, so now I can do the next part, which is adding this to this. Now I'm going to simplify the part with the 1 out the front because I don't really need that. So all it's going to become is this plus this. So as I rewrite it, I'm going to write it in the form of A and then B and then C. So I'm ordering my terms. And now I'm going to start showing what is on the F side. So F, I can substitute this in down here. Okay, so as soon as I see this, I know that I'm going to be solving for A, B, and C so that I can work out some values. Okay, because that's going to go into this, which is our velocity vector. From our velocity vector, I can then work out speed, which means that I can assess whether or not the particle is going to be above a speed of 3 meters per second, meaning that I'm going to take the magnitude of the velocity. Okay, it's a really fancy way of doing something easy. Now, if it's tech-free, you would need to do that with Gaussian elimination. If it's tech-active, you can just use the row reduced echelon form. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up as an augmented matrix. Okay, and when I put that into my calculator, I'm not going to go through the calculator in this video. There's plenty of examples of how to do this in your graphics calculators. All you do, enter the matrix in, go across in the menu, enter it in as reduced row echelon, and this is the answer that you get. So this tells me that my answers now for A, B, and C is going to be A, B, and C. So my velocity vector is then 1, -2, 1. Now the question's asking us to assess whether it's going to become above 3 meters per second, meaning I want speed. So to get the speed, I take the magnitude of our velocity vector, which means that I square and square root everything, add them all together, make a fun type of equation here. Okay, so that'll say as a 1, that becomes 4, that's a 1, so it's root 6. And when you put root 6 in the equation, you'll see that root 6 is not larger, smaller than 3. So therefore, claims are not true. This is actually a pretty easy question. The hardest part is getting started because there's just so much in the question. But it's just a good example of FSA.